So see here the dimensions of stress they're asking. So we know that stress is equal to force per unit area, and we know the dimensions of the force, that is ml t raised to minus 2 and area L square. So here one L will get cancelled. So m L raised to minus 1 t raised to minus 2 will be the dimension for stress. M L raised to minus 1 t raised to minus 2, option 4. Okay, so now we will see next question. Find the torque about the origin when a force of 3 Newton acts on a particle, so whose position vector is 2 k cap meter. They are asking us to calculate torque. So we know the formula for the torque, tau bar is equal to r bar cross f bar. So here position is given as 2 k cap cross, and the force is given as 3 j cap. So it is 2 into 3, 6. So k cap cross j cap, it is nothing but minus I cap. So minus 6 I cap Newton meter. So will be minus 6 I cap, option 3. Right. Now we will see the next question. So which of the following graph represents the variation of resistivity with temperature for a copper? So the resistivity of the copper wire varies with the temperature in a parabolic form. It will be parabolic in nature. So that means, so we can go with option 3. It is so parabolic in nature. Right. Now we see the next question. A cylinder contains hydrogen gas at a pressure so 249 kilopascals and temperature 27 degrees Celsius. Its density is, they are asking us the density. So we know the formula for a gas, PV is equal to nRT. So PV is equal to, N means Avogadro number, so mass divided by M into RT. So from this we want density, no? We can rewrite this expression as M by V is equal to P into capital M divided by RT. Small cross multiplication we did. So density is nothing but mass per unit volume. So D is equal to P into M divided by RT. So the given values 249 into 10 raised to 3 and mass 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 27 for hydrogen atom, and R value it is given as 8.3, and the temperature in Kelvin it is 300. So if you simplify, so you will get it as 0.2 kg per meter cube. So it is option 2. So now see that the question number 105. The ratio of contributions made by electric field and magnetic field components to the intensity of the electromagnetic wave. It is 1:1. It is a direct question, conceptual based. Okay, the ratio of contributions made by electric field and magnetic field components so to the electromagnetic wave is 1:1. Okay, now we'll move to the next question. So for which one of the following Bose model is not valid. They are asking not valid. Generally, so Bohr's model is applicable only for single electron atoms or ions. It is valid for single electron atoms or ions. So, but here hydrogen okay, singly ionized helium okay, deuteron okay, but singly ionized so neon they are asking. So it is not valid for singly ionized neon atom. So option 4. So we will move to the next question. A long solenoid of length 50 centimeters having 100 turns carries a current of 2.5 ampere. Then the magnetic field at the center of the solenoid. So they are asking magnetic field at the center. So we know the formula that B is equal to mu naught Ni. So mu naught number of turns present per unit length into I. So mu naught value it is 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7. 100 number of turns are there. So and the length is 50 into 10 raised to minus 2 into current it is 2.5 ampere. So if you simplify this, you will get it as 6.28 into 10 raised to minus 4 option 1. Okay, so we will go to the next question. The Brewster's angle. So for an interference there should be. Generally, we know that the Brewster's angle tan IB so will be equal to mu. But here they are asking about interference pattern means so mu value will be greater than 1. So tan IB will be greater than 1. So greater than 1 means it should be lying in between 45 and as well as 90. Okay, so this is option 3. Okay, so now we will move to the next question. A body weighs 72 Newton on the surface of the earth. So what is the gravitational force on it at a height equal to half the radius of the earth? So if you just imagine, so this one as earth of radius capital R. So now they are asking at a height R by 2, half the radius of the earth, weight of the body. So we know the formula that G dash is equal to G into R square divided by R plus H whole square, variation of G with height. Okay. So as they are asking us to calculate what is the gravitational force on it, it is nothing but the weight only. So just multiply mass on both the sides. Mg dash is equal to mg into R square divided by R plus height is R by 2 whole square. Okay, so we can write it as W dash is equal to so W into so if you simplify this, so we will get it as 4 by 9 G 4 by 9 only. Okay, then they are asking about the weight, no, and a body weighs 72 newtons on the surface of the earth. It is already given. W value is given. So 72 into 4 by 9. That is 32 newtons. Okay, so 32 newtons. Now see that next question. A screw gauge has a least count of 0.01 millimeter and there are 50 divisions. So it needs a circular scale. Now the pitch of the screw gauge is, you know the formula that least count is equal to pitch, P-A-T-C-H, pitch divided by, so number of divisions on head scale. So now they are asking us to calculate the pitch of the screw is equal to least count into number of head scale divisions. So 50 divisions they are given on a circular scale. Least count 0.01 into 50, nothing but 0.5 millimeters. Okay. So here the mean free path of a gas with a molecular diameter d and the number density n can be expressed as, so this is a Director formula, that is 1 by root 2 n by d square. Now see that the next question, a ball is thrown vertically downwards with a velocity 20 meters per second from the top of a tower. It hits the ground after some time with a velocity of 80 meters per second. The height of the tower is, okay, just imagine this one as a tower of height h. A ball is thrown with a velocity 20 meters per second, and it is going to touch the ground with 80 meters per second, and g value is given as 10 in the question, and they are asking us to calculate height. So we know the formula, v square minus c square is equal to 2as. Okay, or we can write it as 2gh. Okay, so v is 80 square minus 20 square is equal to 2 into 10 into h, that is 400 minus is equal to 20h. So 20h is equal to 6000. So h is equal to 300 meters. So the height of the building is 300 meters. Okay. Now see that the next question. In a certain region of space with volume 0.2 meter cube, the electric potential is found to be 5 volt. So that means in this particular volume, so the potential is given as 5 volt. So that means it is a hollow sphere, and inside this hollow sphere, this electric field will be is equal to 0. So it will be is equal to 0. Now next, see that the next question, the average thermal energy for a monoatomic gas is. So for a monoatomic gas they are asking thermal energy. So thermal energy, it is F into half kVt. F is nothing but, so here it is degrees of freedom. Okay, and they are talking about monoatomic gas. For monoatomic gas, the degrees of freedom is 3. So 3 into half kBt. So it is 3 by 2 kBt. Very simple question. Okay. Now we will see the next one. For a logic circuit shown, the truth table is, which truth table is going to be satisfied here. So here if you observe this one, so A and B, okay, are the inputs. So if you observe this diagram, so A and B we are giving the input, and these are here NAND gates, not we are observing here. Okay, so the output will be A naught and as well as B naught, and these two are the inputs, okay, to this NOR gate. Okay, why means here we are having a NOT once again, so the output will be here it is A naught naught and B naught naught. Okay, why means it will be A naught plus B naught whole naught. Here we are having NOT gate, that is the reason why. So simply we can say, so A naught whole naught means it is simply equal to A. So Y will be simply AB. So it is AND gate. Okay. So what is the truth table for the AND gate? If you give 0, 0, it will be 0. 0, 1 also 0. 1, 0 also 0. Only for 1, 1 we'll get 1. Okay. So that is option 1. Okay. Now see that next question. The energy required to break one bond, so in DNA, is 10 raised to minus 20 joule. This value in electron volt. So energy 10 raised to minus 20 joule they are saying. So but we know that 1 electron volt is equal to 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 joule. So 1 electron volt divided by 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 is equal to 1 joule. So here we can write it as into 1 divided by 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19. So here 10 raised to minus 1 will be there. 10 raised to minus 1 divided by 1.6. 1 by 10 into 0. After simplifying, we'll get it as 0.06. So that is option 3. So we'll see the next question. Two particles of masses 5 kg and 10 kg respectively are attached to the two ends of a rod. So here 5 kg and here 10 kg. Okay, two ends of a rod of length. So this is of length 1 meter with negligible mass. The center of mass of the system. So from the 5 kg particle, okay, from the 5 kg particle is nearly at a distance of. So now if you imagine this one as the origin, so the position of this 10 kg is 1, 0. So now the position of center of mass is m1 x1 plus m2 x2 divided by m1 plus m2, and which we can write it as 5 into 0 plus m2 is 10, 10 into 1 divided by 15, that is 10 divided by 15, 0.67 meters, but they are given in centimeters, so it is 3 cent. The option 3, 67 centimeters. Now we will move to the next question. The spherical conductor of radius 10 centimeters has a charge of 3.2. Okay, charge given distributed uniformly. What is the magnitude of the electric field at a point 15 centimeters, okay, from the center of the sphere? Okay, now this is a sphere of radius r is equal to 10 centimeters, and a charge is given 3.2 into 10 raised to minus 7. Magnitude of the electric field, so at a point which is at a distance of 15 centimeters they are asking. So we know that the expression for the electric field 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into q by r square, 9 into 10 raised to 9 into 3.2 into 10 raised to minus 7. Charge is given and distance 15 centimeters. whole square. So now if you simplify, you will get it as 1.28 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per Coulomb. Option 2. Now see that next question. That is taking into account the significant figures, what is the value of 9.99 minus 0.0099? So 9.99 minus 0.0099. So it will be 9.9801. So which we can write it as 9.980, and we can write it as 9.98. Okay. Hence we should have two decimals, that is 9.98. Okay. Now see the next question. Question number 120. They given it as a 40 microfarad capacitor is connected to 200 volt 50 hertz AC supply. The RMS value of current. Okay. RMS value of current they are asking. I RMS will be is equal to, so V RMS divided by XC. Why means, so they here they used a capacitor, that is the reason why. So VRMS is nothing but 200. So XC value we don't know. So XC is nothing but 1 by omega C, 1 by 2 pi n into C. So 2 into 3.14 into, so frequency 50 into 40 into 10 raised to minus 6 capacity given. So if you simplify, so you will get it as 79.6 ohm. So if you simplify here, substitute, and if you simplify 79.6, we will get it as 2.5 ampere, right?